Hey Rose, want to grab a drink?
Your happiest hour of the week starts now.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy because the drinks are on us. Welcome back to Drinks on Us. I'm Riley.
And I'm Rose, and we are so happy you joined us for happy hour. We are back for another episode. I'm excited for this one. I always love when we do interactive, kind of different speed episodes because it makes it a little bit more exciting. I don't know. So we're going to do a Would You Rather. If you follow us on Instagram, you probably saw us on Friday or a couple days ago putting up some interactive polls of just like random would you rathers, but I feel like it's such a fun topic that girls sit down and talk about these things that it feels very happy hour coded. So we're going to sit chit chat about it, and we also are going to share what the Do Crew's response was, like what the majority vote said. So I'm excited. Are you excited, Rye?
I am. I love that we're like getting everyone involved. Like everyone did their votes, and now we're going to see what the majority voted. And the questions, like some of them were hard. Like I didn't know what to choose.
I know. I'm excited, and I kind of forget some of the ones we wrote in. So it'll be fun for us to chit chat. But before we do, we definitely need to sip and spill. There's some stuff going on in the entertainment world that I feel like I want to give our take on. So before we do that, what do you have in your cup tonight?
Tonight I'm drinking a grapefruit Spindrift, and it's quite the treat because I've been drinking lemon for like the last couple weeks, and I found this. It was hiding in the fridge, and I didn't know I had it, and so it was a very exciting moment for me. I love the grapefruit.
It's so good. And the packaging. I love the packaging of the grapefruit.
It's so cute. But what's in your cup?
I have another grape poppy, which I can't remember if this is what I drank last week or on one of the episodes we pre-filmed.
You definitely drank it recently, but I don't know exactly when.
Yeah, I just enjoy myself sometimes with a nice cold poppy on the pod. So yes, it's boring, but it just hits.
How to get myself a cold pop. Do you know that's from?
No.
I woke up.
Oh.
And how to get myself a cold pop.
Wait, that sounds so familiar. What is it?
We didn't grab no shoes or nothing. Oh. Jesus, I ran for my life.
Oh my gosh. That's what it reminded me of when you said a cold poppy. Shoes and nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life.
Was seriously iconic. Like that went viral before things went viral.
That Scarlett Takes a Tumble.
The original.
Peter at the Perk.
Peter at the Perk. Oh my gosh.
My breasts is all pushed up.
Like we have to find them.
It's so crazy because we would like show each other YouTube videos that were trending in a way. It's just so interesting if you sit and think about how we went about our era of the internet.
We would literally sit on YouTube and type in like funny videos or funny newscast bloopers. And like, look how it's evolved now.
In my mouth. That's my favorite.
One thing about Rose, you guys, is she's so good at imitating like videos and people, and like it's the best. I'll be like, do that one. Do that one.
Yeah. I amplify it so much by the time we watch it back, it's not even close to the original anymore.
It's not even funny anymore because yours is funnier.
That one is my all-time favorite. I need to watch that newscaster guy because I thought that was so funny.
It's still so funny. Like sometimes I still watch it.
I love
that.
He's
like, Paula.
Wait, I really want to go back and be like, what are the top 20 trending? What era would that have been for us? Like 2008 to 14 or something?
Definitely that time range.
Oh my gosh. And even the scary ones, like I'm thinking about that one where they're driving down the hill and it's like zoomed out and they're like, it's just like a road and a van's driving and you think it's a really calm little commercial and then
those are the worst.
I know, but that was so popular.
Yeah.
Wow.
It like jumps out and scares you.
What a blast from the past.
Truly.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so anyways, hey, how was your weekend?
It was good. Wait, I want to say, we were talking about this before we clicked record, but like I was convinced that we wouldn't be filming today. Like baby M is so close to being here. And Like, is this our last episode?
I don't know. Like, what if it is, guys?
Watch us have like 5 more after this.
Oh, no. We can't have 5, Riley. That would be,
No, we won't.
No, I can't have 5.
I think I'm just so excited and like I just want it to happen so bad.
I know. Like you're waiting for that text that it's...
Yeah, and it's so funny in our group chats, everyone's always like, Rose, how are you? Like everyone is just on their toes.
I know. I'm like, still pregnant. I know this girl, because I haven't really been going to F45 as much. It's just really not in the cards for me much anymore. They're like, is it happening? I'm like, no, I'm just crashing out. I don't have much left in me because I was telling Riley that the baby feels really low and I can't tell, like, am I in my head? Is it just the baby's bigger? So there's just more pressure everywhere. I don't know. So it's just like a mystery for all of us. Me too.
It really is. I always think about how when you look up things, it's like, could be days or weeks. And you're like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, always. So thanks. And even at my appointments, they're like, oh, are you having any signs of like mild contraction or Braxton Hicks? And I'll be like, yeah. And they're like, okay. You're like, that's good. That can be, that can last for a day. Could be a couple weeks. I'm like, okay. So just keep on keeping on, I guess. Stay distracted.
You're living life on the edge.
I am. It's like a weird, I don't know how to explain it. But here I am. Still trucking
Here
along. I might still see you guys for a couple weeks because I don't want to say goodbye to the Duke crew,
No, it's not a goodbye. It's just a see you later.
Yeah.
But not yet.
Not yet. But what did you do this weekend?
Oh, okay. This weekend, I just spent the weekend going to baseball games. There was a home series. And the weather on Saturday was actually so nice. It was like the perfect day. And now we're back to like rainy, dreary, cold, not spring yet weather. But yeah, it was great. I just spent the weekend going to baseball games.
I feel like you did something fun like one night after.
Oh, Kate made us steaks one time.
Or like
we went to dinner with our friends last night, which was Sunday.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting my stuff all blurred and confused. But it was funny. Wait, hold on to your thought that you said. Do you remember?
Okay, yeah.
We filmed last week and Riley was talking about how like we were really hyping her up that she made it through and the weather was good. And then I kid you not, I think 3 days later, she snapped that there was flurries in the air and I was in disbelief for you.
Oh, yeah. It did snow last week, like full on. And I think I sent a Snapchat and like it got even worse after that.
Like, did it?
But it didn't stick.
Okay.
Like it was snowing, but then it stopped and it was fine. But like, hello.
It's one of those
I thought we were past
teasers where they're like, remember, like I'm in control. Don't get too excited.
No. And I literally thought about how the week before I wore shorts for a walk with Truly.
But you are
like, I got way too excited.
No, but you're truly at the end. It's always that last little tease.
We said that last week.
No, but this has to be. It has to.
I mean, it absolutely has to be.
It has to.
But what I was going to say was today something happened to me and I feel like we have a lot of like corporate 9-to-5 girlies on here that like would understand. And I just have to say, like, I had the craziest thing happen to me during work today. So my job is remote and like I have set meetings every single week. Like I know on Wednesdays at 11:30, I have this meeting. And like, so usually Mondays I have no meetings. And if I do, like I'll know beforehand.
Okay.
So I usually don't wear makeup on Mondays because I'll just like get ready right before the podcast. And my manager put a meeting on my calendar today and the meeting was for 15 minutes, like in 15 minutes. And I had no makeup on. I hadn't even washed my face yet. The panic that went through my body, like, I don't think anything would have happened if I didn't turn my camera on for the meeting. But like at a time like that, like you need to be ready to like show your face. It's your manager. And so I washed my face and did a full face of makeup in less than 15 minutes.
You did? And
I had to.
Like no part of you would have shown up with no makeup on?
God, no, I wouldn't turn my camera on with no makeup on.
Really?
No.
You're so pretty without makeup. Like, you didn't need to.
I would have.
Does everybody
it was a
feel like put together on the other end or no?
Yeah. Well, my manager is a man.
Oh.
And so he doesn't understand. Like, he can just throw a meeting on 15 minutes. It means nothing to him. But like for the other girls, I guess they were already ready.
But are they always ready? Like makeup on?
Like, yeah. And I'm not saying like I go full glam,
Right.
like stage makeup, but just like a little something so I don't scare the people off.
I'm impressed that you did that all in 15.
It really put a pep in my step. So nothing can stop me today now.
What did your Oura ring? Your stress for your Oura ring is probably through the roof today.
I need to look.
100%.
I was stressed.
Wait, tell them about how you, well, if you're open to it, what happened when you were here when we were on a walk?
Oh, yeah. I took PTO to go to Rose's baby shower and we were on a walk, like enjoying our morning. The sun was out. I was living. And suddenly on my work phone, I have my work email on my personal phone. Suddenly my work email pings like, this person started the meeting. And it was a meeting that I was supposed to run. And I forgot to cancel it because I was on PTO. And like the amount of panic, I think I was more panicked then than I was today.
Okay.
Like panic shot through my body. Rose, you were like, are you okay? What's happening? I was like, oh my gosh. And it ended up being fine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a bad employee. Like the people trust me. And I did tell them I was going on PTO. I just forgot to cancel the meeting.
Well, I was thinking like if they knew you were on PTO, isn't that an assumption that like the meeting's not happening?
Right. I'm sure someone just like forgot because it's one of those standing meetings that we have every week.
It was so funny.
But yeah, I hope I never do that again because that was terrible.
You were so panicked.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean, I don't have time for work.
No.
Like I forget.
No, there's just no time. Like we have other things to do.
Well, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I got time with I have multiple now, which is crazy, but I got to be with one of my nieces and one of my nephews and my sister and brother-in-law, my mom, my dad. It was so nice. And it was my first time actually meeting Ruthie, and
she's perfect.
She is so freaking cute, and she's tiny. Like pictures and videos don't do it justice. Like she is a peanut.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so she got on a plane?
Yeah. She's
oh my gosh
2.5 months, but Matt and Gracie are both on leave right now. So it's like easier to, go ahead and like travel when you can, where you don't have to think about work. To your point, we don't have time for work. So it was so fun. And one day they came up because I live close to my parents, and it was so cute. Ryan had so much FOMO because he was at work, and he said he like was stalking the Ring camera, and like Nash came to the door with his bag of cars, and they were like unloading the cars, and he just like opened the door and was like, Aunt Ro's house.
Oh my gosh.
Ryan said he was so like cute. Watching the video. Like it was so cute. He's just at such a fun age because he's a little parrot. Like he says the funniest things. He repeats what you say now. Like he's so talkative. And then obviously like the baby cuddles, Ryan and I are like, we're going to have one of these. Like it's insane.
It's crazy. You get to have one of your own, like, and so soon. So
it was really fun, and it was also weird because leaving them, I'm like, next time we see ya, we'll have a baby. Like that is it's so
nuts,
so weird to comprehend. Like it's one of those things where I don't know. When you like are getting on a flight or clocked out of work for the last time before your wedding, and you're just like, whoa, whenever I get back, like I'll be married. Like one of those feelings.
It's so wild. Like the whole dynamic is going to be so different next time you're all together. I know. In the best way.
In the best way. So anyways, that was my weekend, and it was amazing. And
I can't believe you drove like kind of far. Like how did you do in the car?
I laid in the back. So we had the car seat set up, and the base set up in Ryan's car too. And we took Ryan's car, and he installed, which it's really easy to install, but he took the base out, and I laid in the back seat with my pregnancy pillow because
oh my gosh,
I cannot, like you guys see, like I have my freaking footstool. If you're watching the YouTube version, I have a pillow behind me. I don't know if this runs for everybody, but where the baby's positioned or where I'm at in my pregnancy, like a comfortable way to sit when you're like lounging, is not comfortable. Like I either have to be like straight up and down or like laying down with like support on my stomach to be comfortable. So I was really happy to do that because Rin also like likes to sit on my lap, but he like leans on me and he just like
there's no way.
He doesn't really understand. Like he has I think he just thinks mom let herself go. Like he's not understanding the belly.
He was like, wow, mom, lots of treats.
Lots of treats. Still love ya. So yeah, it was fine. Ryan chauffeured me around.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was great. So, yeah, but there was two things, but one really pressing entertainment thing I wanted to chat about that I thought the Drew crew would find interesting.
I'm scared.
No, I think you know.
No, I know, but I'm scared of the listeners.
Oh, yeah. Should we do a disclaimer?
Yeah.
We got actually like a lot of feedback after sharing our opinions on.
No, we didn't get feedback. We got hate mail.
Yeah, hate mail. I was just trying to be like, it is what it is, but Chapel Roan. And my thought is, it's okay. You don't have to love everyone,
No. And people were like so upset that we were being mean to Chapel. And we weren't trying to be mean. We just were confused. Like we didn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people like put in like her backstory about why she wears the clown makeup. And so I understand it now, but like I still.
Yeah. And I totally get that. And not that like we were saying we like don't like her as a person, just like she's not our maybe like preferred artist when you have like your favorites. Like everybody should have an opinion. If not, it's like vanilla to listen to a podcast where it's like everyone's our favorite.
We love everyone.
Like that's not authentic. Yeah. But yeah, disclaimer. I think you guys probably have seen she is getting a lot of attention after she went on Call Her Daddy. Because she made a comment, and I'm not going to like, don't quote me on exactly what she said, but the comment basically was along the lines of, anyone she knows or any of her friends that have children like hate their life and are like not happy. And the mom community is irate. They're irate, right?
So as a mom to be, how do you feel about it?
I just think there was no need to say that because you're not a mom and you're assuming. And maybe it doesn't look ideal to her where she's in that season of life, because you and I have talked about this. And like, I'm sure everyone listening has had moments where you truly are not ready for kids, that when you think about it or see someone who is truly in that selfless stage of life where their kids are super consuming, especially as like young children and babies, you're like, oh my gosh, I could never do that. So I'm like, maybe she's projecting that, but I don't know. I don't agree with it at all. I think it's like a horrible thing to say and like to scare girls or like make it a funny trending thing to like not bash motherhood, but like make it seem like it's not the greatest thing.
Yeah. And it's become a trend now where people are like using the sound and like they're like, no, I love being a mother. And of course, everyone in the comments is defending Chapel, saying, well, like she's only talking about the people that she knows. She wasn't like talking about everyone. And then I like think about the people she's talking about, like her friends. And I like feel bad because what if they're like, I actually like my life. Like I'm happy. Like I can't believe she thinks I'm miserable. Like it was such a weird thing to say.
Very weird. And I thought it was interesting because I don't listen to Call Her Daddy like weekly, but I feel like I see popular episodes.
The clips are always on my For You page.
Exactly. And the week before or within the last month was that woman from Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, yeah.
And she had this viral moment talking about how incredibly amazing motherhood is and like what it does to a woman and how it grows you and changes you in the best way possible. I'm like, wow, from truly one extreme to the next. But it is funny because I'm seeing so many of like my favorite mom influencers and TikTokers, because obviously that's my feed right now because I'm just consuming so much baby content. It's like, at first I was so confused because I saw this one girl like dancing and like swinging around with her daughter. And she's like, me being miserable with my daughter, like for 15 seconds or something. I'm like, wait, what? Like, I'm so confused.
Because you didn't know what the sound was from.
Yeah, no, and I don't think she put the audio clip to it. Like she was just saying like, quoting what Chapel had said. But now I saw like Ken and just like a bunch of, you know, the other popular mom TikTokers. And I thought that I liked how they put the side by side of like how much their life changed in a positive way, just to like, no matter what you feel, like to be able to see both sides.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. What do you think?
I understand like not wanting kids or not being ready for kids. And like, that's fine. But just the way the delivery was, I feel like what got people up in arms. And we said this before, like, I feel like I've seen a lot of clips of her like being kind of rude to reporters or saying no to photos with fans. And I just feel like some of her delivery could be a little better. That's all.
I totally agree. Like that way, like the projection of that everyone has to be excited to be a mom or want to be a mom, or maybe that is true. Her statement is true to some people, but one, that's like a very blanket statement that isn't, I don't think, appropriate to say like everyone or like all of her people, because to your point, they're not speaking for themselves. But yeah, I think she has maybe it's just like a harsh delivery or rash. Like she just rolls it off the tongue. But I mean, you got to at least respect that she is like super all in on who she is. Like she's not afraid to say anything.
She's so right. She's so successful. Everyone's talking about it. And so like it works for her.
I'm curious because I didn't even really dive in. I should have, to see how like Alex Cooper handled the conversation. Like, what did she do? Did you see her side?
I didn't watch the whole thing. She like had like a shocked reaction.
Oh.
But I don't know exactly what she said.
Yeah, like I heard like a little chuckle from her. Like you can hear it in like the trending audio. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't love it, but I'd be curious what you guys think listening, if you have any opinions or thoughts. I'm scared to even say that. No, I'm not scared, but I know this will have mixed opinions, which is fine. That's
everyone can have their opinion. Well, speaking of Alex Cooper, did you see that Alex Earl is pausing the podcast?
Yes. And then did you see Alex Cooper react back to Alex Earl's like statement?
No.
Okay, so I'm sure everyone knows this, but like just for a chronological. So Alex Earl posted a video on TikTok, like a get ready with me. And in it, she was like, I can't do the podcast for the foreseeable future, but I'm going to do vlogs. And obviously there's been all this like hoopla around the Licks and Lex drama because like they're not together. Alex hasn't been at the unwell stuff, yada, yada, yada. But then after she posted that and everyone's like, I knew it. Like, what is Alex Cooper doing? Blah, blah, blah. Alex Cooper put up a picture on her Instagram story and was like, I learned from the best, and like tagged Dave Portnoy, and was like, I have no say over her not doing her podcast. Like that has nothing to do with me. So I don't know what's going on.
What do you think it is?
So then I'm like, what the heck? That threw me for a loop because I figured it was just like a legality thing. Like,
yeah,
Alex, I know her like dad stepped in to be like her manager more. So this is all like assumption via like hearing different stories. And I thought maybe he didn't think her being with Unwell was like the best thing for her. But I thought maybe like Unwell had rights over the Hot Mess podcast for a little bit. That's what I thought. But then when Alex
like the only
said that,
that's the only thing that makes sense. Like, why would she not be able to podcast? Like, I'm trying to think about how, like, if something were to cause us not to podcast, what would it be? I don't know.
Like
IT issues?
Unless she's trying to do something legal behind the scenes, like
yeah,
to maybe, I don't know if there's like a legality of who owns the name or something of that nature.
Maybe it's a name thing. I don't know. It's so, like, why could she not tell us? Like what she said, I can't talk about it.
Yeah, she said she can't talk about it. And that's why it like all lined up. And I feel like that's why everyone was spiraling into assuming that it had to do with Alex Cooper and her brand and like networking. So I don't know. I'm just so curious.
I'm so curious. So my sister Kendall, she just like lives the life. She was on the Unwell trip.
I know.
And I was hoping she could get some tea.
I know. I said, Riley, have Kendall figure it out because I'm itching.
You know her. She's like, doesn't ask the right questions. Like she wasn't there for the tea.
No.
She did get other tea though that I told you. I'm not going to say it on here.
Wait, I don't think you told me though.
I sent a voice memo. I'll tell you after.
Yeah, wait. Who's it about? Like, just give me like a muted.
R.
Really? R.
I'll remind you after.
Oh, wait, no. Oh.
Well, anyways, all of that to say, we have no idea what's going on. It's just very interesting.
But yeah, that's so on brand for Kendall to like not give an F about what everyone else gives an F about.
Yeah.
I'm like,
love that for
my
her.
brain, like my wheels are turning.
I'll remind you later. But was there anything else? Wait, did you see Justin Bieber's recent live?
Riley, I'm sad.
What's happening?
I'm also sad. Like, what is going on?
Like, also, is Haley spiraling? Like, her perspective is probably like, that's so sad.
I know. And it seems like, and I could be confused, but things that I'm seeing, because I'm obviously like hooked on what I'm watching on TikTok. So now my algorithm is invested. It seems like he's like not with her. Like it seems like he's like at a different place, like with friends, and like the friends seem like random that I've like never seen before. But I also like, you know, he doesn't post a lot. So I'm like, does she just have no say like where he is and like what he's doing? Cause she just has to like kind of create stability for her and the baby.
It's giving that vibe. Like he's off doing whatever he wants and she's at home with the baby, like trying to live a normal life. And yeah, I feel like someone needs to step in and be like, Justin, get it together. You're literally a dad.
I know. I'm like, I got really sad because I didn't see the live, but I saw like a recap of the live.
Same.
And I immediately went to the comments per usual. And so many people were like, as a fellow person who's like been there and been through this, like, this is extremely concerning. Like people were saying like, which again, they're totally assuming, but they were just saying through my experience, like this has every sign that he's relapsed.
I'm sad. I hope he's okay. Like
makes me so sad. But then I get confused because like, you know how he like will post on Instagram, like the most random things.
Yeah.
I feel like I keep seeing Haley like commenting like heart eyes and like reassuring, like validating things.
Like they're okay.
I'm like, are you trying to prove something to everybody? Because like, it's okay. Like we can all tell something's doesn't seem to be okay with him. And I'm sure it's like freaking her out too. Cause she was like what quote unquote like saved him last time.
Yeah. And like he was so good for so long.
I know.
So like,
and I was talking to Ryan about it, and I know like the internet has said this as well, but he was like, is like the timeline like lining up with like when a lot of the Diddy stuff came out?
Like that's affecting him, you think?
Maybe that started it, like brought back things. Cause there was all those, that talk that he was heavily involved in some of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's very, like, very sad. Bad. And like,
it's so sad.
Justin and Haley, like they're like my faves. So it's so sad.
It's so awful. And like, Why does he have to go live on Instagram?
Like someone take his phone and like
Yeah.
whatever quote unquote friends you're with, I hope they truly care about him.
Right.
Like it's not funny. Like obviously it's been clear he's always been someone who like loves smoking weed, but this is not giving weed at all.
How old is Justin?
I think he is like 2 years older than us. I won't say how old that would be.
You won't ruin the mood.
I think I think he just turned, like, I think has a March birthday. So I think he's like freshly that age.
Well, I hope that he gets the help he needs and like surrounds himself with good people. And Haley, I hope she's okay mentally.
Me too.
Jack Blues, I hope he's doing good. It's just like crazy.
Me too. I really do hope that he gets help and they can like just be a happy, healthy family.
And he can make new music.
Yes, me too.
Please.
But like if you don't, like if you can't because of your mental health, that's fine.
Yeah, we'd rather you be mentally healthy and in a good spot.
And when you are, go on an Eras tour for Justin Bieber.
Please.
I would do anything.
Do you think he like would?
No.
It would be too much.
I think he would possibly if he could do like weekend only like Taylor did.
Yeah.
Because that like being gone and on the road, remember he like couldn't even finish his last tour.
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
Yeah. A lot going on in the entertainment world.
Yeah.
Jeez. But do you want to share what's in your cart this week?
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah. I wanted to share this product that I got. The brand is, I think it's called Natrium. Does that ring a bell?
No.
It's like really cute packaging. I'll link it.
Okay.
But it's a tinted moisturizer SPF and it's glow.
Ooh.
And so I wore it one of the sunny days here because I was about to walk outside and I was like, I want some SPF on my face. And I absolutely loved it. It doesn't have coverage.
Okay.
So it's very glowy. So I'll wear it under my regular foundation. And it's going to be like my summer go-to for every day when it's finally sunny out.
Wait, I love that.
Yeah, it's great. It's very lightweight, but like I said, no coverage. And then I forget the other thing I was going to talk about. I need to look at my phone.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. I have a question.
I remembered.
After that I thought of because when you were talking about PR, I had a question, but go ahead.
You can ask it now. I'll remember.
I was just curious what you thought of the, I don't know the exact name, but like the Maison, like orange perfume.
Oh, I didn't like it.
Well, I was just curious because I'm seeing it, like people either loving it or hating it. And then I saw one of my friends post about it saying like, I'm going to make my husband wear this. I'm like, what the?
I didn't like it.
Like what vibe does it give you? Is it manly?
Like, no, not manly.
Why would someone want their husband?
Like orange, but not in a good way.
Ugh.
I wanted to love it.
I mean, packaging to die, but I was just curious because I was seeing it. It had like a little commotion on the internet.
I don't think you would like it. It's not even like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah, we have similar like preferences and smell. So thanks.
Yeah, Cade won't be wearing it either. But the other thing I wanted to talk about actually is perfume. Oh. So the YSL Libre, the original scent I don't love.
Okay.
It's too like gardenia for me or like something in it. I don't like it. But they have a new like version of it and it's more citrusy and I love it. Definitely going to be like, I'm taking it on vacation. It's definitely more of like a summery, lighter scent. And I wasn't expecting to love it. And Cade really likes it too. I was wearing it the one day. He's like, you smell so good.
Wait.
And that's when you know, like when a man notices, you know.
Oh, it sounds like such a good summer scent.
It is. It's like, it's a warm scent, but it's citrusy and it's different than the other one.
Okay. I'm so curious.
Yeah. So I wish I could like. What?
That bag it came with looked so cute.
I know. Perfect for summer.
Yeah. They were like,
Take it to the beach.
that had to get you like really pumped for good weather.
Yeah, it definitely made my day. I probably opened it on a gloomy day, and that was like the highlight.
We love that.
But that's everything that's in my cart. What's in yours?
Okay, so I wanted to report back, I think last week or the week before, I was talking about how I wanted the L'Occitane. Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
You guys know what I mean.
Yeah.
I wanted the hand cream. So I needed, I also wanted to get the Summer Friday eye patches. And so
Did you?
I did. But I'm saving it for postpartum. So
Perfect.
I can't report back yet. But I knew that they sold L'Occitane at Sephora. Like I checked, and it's one of those brands that they only sell online.
Oh, that's so annoying.
I was so bummed. I'm like looking all around, and I got help, and they're like, "Oh no, it's like one of our only online brands."
Isn't that the worst when you've looked around the store like 5 times and you ask, they're like, "Oh, we don't have it."
I get so sad. I'm like, really? Dang it. You like don't give up so quick because there's so many like brands that have like just like one shelf, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, I was explaining why I wanted it, like what I liked and blah, blah, blah. And I landed upon very on brand for Drinks on Us, a Caudalie hand cream.
Oh.
It's so nice. It has like a elevated, mild, like Fruit Loop smell.
Oh, kind of love.
I love it. It's very rich. It gives me what I feel like the L'Occitane would. And I know Caudalie is like a really nice brand. It wasn't going to have tons of BS in it. So far, loving it. And I officially have tried a Caudalie product now. I feel a part of the crew.
Yay. I feel like all of their stuff, it's very luxe.
Yes, which is like kind of still on brand with the L'Occitane as well.
Yeah.
Like higher end. And then, okay, I feel like I can properly report back on my Truly Free as it's starting to come like different of my products that I bought from them. I bought like the kind of like starter pack. I think the one item that like I 100% will stick with, where the other ones I think I'll probably try different ones, but the one I absolutely love is the dish detergent. Like
that's so good to know.
Yeah, dishwasher. You scoop it, so it's just like a powder. It's not like a tablet.
Where do you put it?
You put it in where you would put your pod.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but I really, really like it. I like the way it cleans the dishes, and no complaints there. So that would be like my one product. If you're going to try Truly Free, I would get that dish detergent. And I also like that they have cleaners for your laundry and dishwasher, because I was never good at that. Like just like running a cycle to clean it.
What's the word? Descale. I learned that from you.
Did you do it?
No.
Right.
Well, I don't know how. It sounds like, how do I descale my Nespresso?
Go on TikTok and say, how do I descale my Nespresso?
Okay.
Or go on Nespresso's website and watch. It's super easy. It's just like one of those long things you have to do.
I'll do it this weekend, I promise.
Okay. And everyone listening, make sure you descale your appliances every now and then. And then the last thing is do you have a clean mouthwash that you use?
No, I don't.
What, do you have a mouthwash? I know
I don't even use mouthwash.
I know. I was just recommended to bring mouthwash to the hospital. Like,
that's a good thing.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? It's always nice to have mouthwash at home. Like if you, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Whole Foods for something, and I was just like browsing their mouthwash collection, and they didn't really have anything that really stood out to me. I just grabbed Tom's, you know that brand?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's middle of the pack, like wants to be clean, but really isn't.
Yeah, but it's like better than nothing if you need it.
Exactly. So that's what I grabbed, but I just thought I would ask the Do Crew if you guys have any clean mouthwashes that you like swear by or recommend, because I haven't really dove into that area.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah. Maybe I'll get some for fun too.
That's it.
Well, should we get into the main segment?
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's going to be so fun. So basically what we did was we put a bunch of stories on our Instagram and we said this or that, or I'm sorry, would you rather? Same thing. And so we're going to go through the answers, and the questions are like very thought provoking. So I think it's going to be really fun.
Okay.
So first one, would you rather be famous for something embarrassing that happened to you or be completely anonymous but live a perfect life? This is crazy because the percentages are so drastic. 97% voted one thing and 3% voted the other thing.
Okay, so when we go through, let's go every other time. Like we have to say ours first, so we're not like influenced by the other person.
Okay. Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
I said I would rather be completely anonymous but have a perfect life.
I totally agree. Is that what the do?
And what?
Is that what the do crew said?
The listeners agree with us. So 97% of the people said they would rather just be anonymous and live a perfect life, because it's like, yeah, you could be famous, but like the one thing that people know you for is something so embarrassing. Like, no thanks.
I know. But then you have to beg the question of like, but could it turn into Kim K?
Right.
You know?
Because now it's like, we don't even think of that.
No, not at all. So maybe that's what the 3% thought.
Oh, totally. I feel like it's also your personality. Like some people don't care. Like, and I wish I didn't care.
Yeah. It makes you think. Like there's thoughts of the benefits of the other side, but I'm going anonymous life. Thank you.
Same. Okay, next one. You're going to say your answer first.
Okay.
Would you rather always know the time but never know the date, or always know the date but never know the time?
I'd like to know the date.
Okay, I think I said I would like to know the time.
Why? You can figure that out roughly with the sun.
Oh, my thought process was I could figure it out roughly by like the seasons.
Oh, okay.
No, I feel like it's March, but like at least you know, like it's 6:00.
That's true.
Time for dinner.
Time for dinner. What did the do crew say? This is interesting.
Okay, so 46% said you'd rather always know the time but never know the date. 54% said always know the date but never know the time.
Pretty split.
Like, I feel like not knowing the time would just throw me off. Like, you wake up in the morning, you think it's like 7 a.m., but really it's 9 a.m.
No, that's true. That is true. And like, have you ever known the time? Because maybe if you just like one day don't have your phone, like your body clock can lead you.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you've never known the time, or like for a while, you know, you have no clue, like what time is your body sleeping until?
No, it's like so crazy. But also not knowing the date, like when do you know it's your birthday?
And just like, when do you know, like what day of the week is it? Like, is it the weekend? Is it going to be busy?
Yeah, that's true.
Is stuff
I have
closed?
so many questions. Like, do you have a 9 to 5, or are you just living like, that would affect my answer.
Agreed. Because like, you got to be up and at 'em. You know,
Yeah.
You got to have your scheduled meetings.
I got to run my meetings.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, next one. Oh, this is crazy. Would you rather always have to tell the truth but hurt people's feelings, or always lie and never tell anyone the truth? Okay, I said I would rather always lie because I would rather die than hurt someone's feelings.
That is so on brand for you.
What did you say?
I think I'd rather tell the truth just so I like feel good.
Yeah.
Like, I feel good more like just that I didn't lie to them.
Yeah. That's where we're different.
That is where we're different.
Wait, this is crazy though. 88% said they would rather always tell the truth but hurt people's feelings, and only 12% said always lie and never tell anyone the truth.
Oh.
Like, I would feel bad not telling the truth, but like I feel like I would feel worse ruining someone's day.
Yeah, but like to a stranger.
But then you have to live with yourself being like a liar.
Yeah, like what if Kate or me or your sister, like, would you tell us the truth?
Well, yeah.
So you're more afraid to hurt a stranger's feelings.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
No, I know.
But then it's like, if you live that way, no one trusts you, because it's like, oh, she's just telling me that because she's lying.
Right. This is interesting. I can't believe only 12% were on your side, though. I thought it'd be more.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We have a bunch of listeners who are truth sayers, which we love.
Yeah. Authentic.
That's why we got hate mail.
Yeah. And that's why we got hate mail in the first place, that we shared our opinion.
Yeah.
We told our truth.
Yeah, we did. Okay, this one you're saying first. Would you rather live without internet or without air conditioning and heating?
I would rather live without the internet.
Oh, I said I'd rather live without air conditioning and heating.
How?
What are you going to do all day?
Live a simple life. I'll be a homestead queen.
Okay, I love that for you. Like, I'll be scrolling my TikTok on the other side of town.
And either dying of heat or throat.
Yeah. Like, well, what if I live in a place that, like, it's not Arizona?
Where?
Like, I'm not in the desert. I'm not in Florida.
Where are you living, though?
Ohio.
Okay, and you're not having the heat in the winter?
Well, I could just bundle. Oh, can I put on my fireplace or no?
That's heat.
So, but what if I make the fire from scratch?
I guess.
I feel like I could
that's how the people did it before. You have me second guessing.
If you don't have internet, what?
You have me second guessing my answer. Now I'm like, maybe I could make it without air and heat.
No, you have me second guessing mine too. But how are you going to like find out anything? All day long, I'm like Googling stuff.
I know. Very, very true. And
how are you going to run your homestead if you don't know any recipes?
I know. And we could ask ChatGPT, how do I stay warm without the air conditioning? Or how do I stay cool?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I might change mine.
Okay. Well, the listeners are on your side. 68% said live without internet and 32% said live without air conditioning and heating.
I think from the surface, it sounds like, oh yeah, I'll just it's more like, I think people maybe took it how I took it initially, like just like social media, but like the internet as a whole is totally different.
Like when your internet's out at your house, you can't even watch TV.
No, that's true. You feel very, very disconnected. It would be a totally different life. I would have to just not do anything other than, like I said.
But you would be so content with your life because you wouldn't be concerned with social media and
yeah,
you could make it work.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll change my answer.
There's pros and cons to both.
Yeah. Okay. This one kind of goes along with it. Would you rather always be too hot or always be too cold?
You're answering first, but I know mine.
I said always be too cold.
Same. Because you can bundle up.
Because you can put on layers and I sweat. Like some people don't sweat, but I do. And that sounds miserable to just always be so hot and gross.
And there's only so much you can do to relieve yourself when you're so hot, Yeah. It's not like you can take all your, if all your clothes are off and you're still hot,
yeah.
What else,
That sounds like an awful way to live. 26% said I'd rather be too hot.
Okay.
Those are definitely people that don't sweat.
Or they just despise being cold.
Yeah, that's true. 74% always be too cold.
I hate being cold, don't get me wrong, but there's easier ways to alleviate the cold, in my opinion.
Yeah. Being cold actually is the worst, though.
No, it sucks. But you can bundle up. You can get in a blanket. You can go inside. You can put the heat on. You can have hand warmers. Being too hot, I feel like it's ice packs, be in the water, cold shower. It's a little harder.
Ugh, I don't want either of these. I just want to have a perfect temperature.
Same, but that's what the point of this is,
I know. It's really, I feel like we're taking it so serious. We have to do it.
We are.
Okay. Oh, this is another crazy one. Wait, who goes first this time? You or me? Okay. Would you rather be able to pause time or fast forward by 10 years whenever you want?
Pause.
I said fast forward.
Why, right? I'm shocked.
Because Okay, well, I'd rather be able to do both, but I feel like sometimes like when you're at a crossroads in life and like there have been so many times where I'm just like, I just want to fast forward and like know that everything's going to be okay. Or like know that this decision like isn't going to be like, there's been so many times where I just like wanted to peek into the future and then be like, okay, everything's going to work out.
Yes.
You know?
No,
So that was my thought process.
No, that makes sense. I just feel like sometimes it's so hard to soak in like a golden moment when you're in it.
Yeah.
And I would love to be like, okay, I'm good here. Can we just freeze and pause?
Yeah. No, I agree with that. But I have questions too. Like when you pause.
I know you're going down the spiral.
Okay, I won't. But it's just like, it really makes you think.
You're saying like, do you get old or like do people age when you're.
Yeah, like what happens is it just paused in like a moment and like you just get to experience it a little longer? But I feel like sometimes the best moments that I would have wanted to pause, like I didn't know in the moment that I would want to pause it.
I know.
It's like, can you go back and choose?
I hope. I don't know. Who wrote these? Who made these behavioral questions?
So 88% said they'd rather be able to pause time and only 12% said fast forward.
Okay. You're like really on the like
minority side.
Minority. I couldn't think of the word. Like
you're the majority. Yeah.
That's impressive.
I don't know. My brain is just wired. I'm a lefty. I feel like we're wired different.
Yeah. Blame it on the lefty.
Okay. Next one. Would you rather have the ability to never need sleep or the ability to never need food? I said ability to never need sleep because I feel like you can be so productive all night and then like wake up and
yes,
I don't know.
Like I'm totally on the same page as you, especially with what's ahead for me. I'm like, that would be amazing to not need sleep. Cause like food's fun, you know?
Yeah. Like I love eating food.
I only like sleeping because it's like comforting, but if I don't need it, forget it.
Yeah. Like to never be tired too. Amazing.
That'd be awesome. There would be so much more time to do everything we needed and wanted. So
56% of people said they would rather have the ability to never need sleep. 44% the ability to never need food. Then on the food side, it's like, am I at my goal weight?
Yeah.
Just something to think about.
No, I know, but that would be sad to never eat.
No, like I like eating gets me out of bed in the morning. Yeah. Like, oh, I get to make my coffee.
Like, well, life without food is so vanilla.
Wait, whenever I had COVID years and years ago, I lost my taste and smell, and it was so like you don't even like want to eat.
Yeah, like what's the point? Like for what?
It was so sad.
Like you just ate because you needed it to be like energized.
Yeah, like I just remember like my days were so sad because I couldn't taste food.
Did you were you able to like lose some weight?
Probably not. I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Because it's like,
but I just remember like it was so sad.
Yeah, that's depressing.
Yeah. So thank goodness my smell and taste came back. Okay. Next one. Would you rather live a life of complete luxury but never find love, or live a life of struggle but always be surrounded by people who love you?
Who's first?
I think you are.
Oh, okay. I'd like to have true love in my life.
That's what I said too.
That has to be majority.
Oh yeah. 87% said they would rather live a life of struggle but always be surrounded by people who love you. And 13% said live a life of luxury but never find love. Just because I feel like material things, like they don't make you happy. Like imagine going through life without love.
No, I know. It's such a, like if you don't have true love and like people in your corner, like I'm talking even but beyond your like your person, like your husband or whatever, I feel like it's such an endless trap of non-fulfilling things. Like it's never gonna fulfill you.
Right. Like what's the point of having a perfect life if you have no one to like share it with or have love surrounded by your friends and family.
Yeah. And I think that just comes because we're like mature queens. I think True agrees.
Yeah, True barks from True for that one. Okay, next one. Would you rather have flawless skin or perfect hair? I said flawless skin.
Same.
Yeah, I just feel like hair, like,
forget it.
I don't know, you can slick it back. There's a lot you can do, but with your skin, it's like there's not much you can do.
Much easier to hide non-perfect hair.
Yeah. 75% said they'd rather have flawless skin. 25% said perfect hair.
Okay. Good.
Okay, next one. Would you rather have a closet full of designer shoes or designer bags?
Bags.
Same.
Like
I can't even.
What's the point of designer shoes, really? You know?
Yeah. Like, I'd much rather have a bag. 66% said bag.
Oh, good. That would be so fun.
That'd be so fun. A new bag for every outfit.
Yeah. Like, that would be really cool. Yeah, bags for sure.
We can dream. That's so funny. We were just saying we don't need material things.
Wait, what a great follow-up.
Get you a girl who can do both, you know? Okay. Would you rather always have the perfect outfit for any occasion or never have a bad hair day?
Perfect outfit. Oh, sorry.
Same.
That was weird.
No, same. Perfect. That's like a no-brainer. Of course, a perfect outfit.
It makes you more excited to go.
Yeah. And like, there's nothing worse than hating your outfit.
I know. I always think about how nice it would be to like truly have the funds to be the fashionistas that we are at heart. You know?
Yeah. Well, we can dream.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. This is the last one.
Okay.
Would you rather have a personal makeup artist or personal stylist?
You can go.
Personal stylist for sure.
I am stylist too, but this is really hard for me.
You're so good at your makeup.
But like, is there anything better than like not having to get ready?
Yeah, that's true. But like also having someone make your outfits, like sometimes I get so, when I'm like packing for a trip, picking out outfits takes me so long.
I'm picking stylist, but this was tough for me because I would love to just sit there and be able to like work or yap or be on my phone and then I'm just ready. And
you're not only ready, you're like flawless.
Yeah. See, like I want both. What did the listener say?
56% said personal stylist, 44% said makeup artist.
Okay. So that was a pretty toss-up one.
That was close.
Mm-hmm. This was fun.
No, seriously, like I'm going to be thinking about these questions all night. Some of them are really hard.
They are. I want to ask, like, obviously not the girly ones, but the other ones to Ryan. You'll have to ask Cade.
I will, because like I feel like Cade and I are very aligned. Like our brains kind of think differently. Or I mean, they think the same, but he is a little more analytical than I am.
Same with
And so I'd be curious to know his answers.
If we remember and we're here next week,
if we're here,
we'll have to share if any of them were memorable from Ryan and Cade's perspective. But that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. Let's get into Girls Room. We have some really good submissions. Okay, we're going to do 3 today. First one. Girls, I'm really stuck and I need your help. Sorry, this is kind of long. My boyfriend and I have been together for 3.5 years. We've lived together for 1.5 years and things are incredible. We get along so well and I've never had a doubt in my mind that he's the person I want to marry. For reference, he's 30 and I'm 27. I feel like we are nearing that time for an engagement. We've talked about marriage and having a family several times throughout our relationship, so I know it's something that he wants too, but he recently confronted me and told me that he's feeling really overwhelmed because so many people have been asking him or made comments to him about marriage. And he isn't sure why he doesn't feel like he's quite ready to take the next big step. I'm really disappointed because I was hoping it was coming soon, but now I know it's not. I love him so much and couldn't picture my life without him. But how long do I wait for him to come around? Am I being impatient? What sort of questions would you ask to maybe understand his reasoning? I appreciate any advice. Love listening to you both. That's really hard. And I don't understand his brain. Like,
right. Like, what did he say when he, like, first and foremost, I don't think this is a deal breaker yet.
Yeah.
But I'm also giving him like kudos for telling her and like having
That's
a
true.
conversation with her about it. Like he could have bottled that up because I feel like it's just in nature for a girl to like want that. So for him to be honest, maybe he's confused why. I think if he didn't share with you and it wasn't happening, maybe he would like have doubts about her. But it seems that he's not saying like I'm doubting us. I just am like confused why I don't feel ready. Maybe he's being a typical guy and thinking more finances and where I'm at in my life, where I'm at my career, and where like, are we ready? Am I ready to be a husband? And like, can I provide that? Like maybe, I don't know. What do you think? And I'm going to think of some questions while you give your take.
Think of your questions. The fact that he said he's overwhelmed makes me think that like the planning and the actual wedding part is what is like holding him back. Like, what if you guys could talk about maybe doing something small or getting engaged and just like maybe not doing the wedding right away? Like, I definitely would pry to get like the reasoning for the feeling of being overwhelmed, because it sounds like he wants to be with you forever too. And like, then it would make sense to take the next step. You're at that age, you've been together for a while.
Yeah. And he's 3 years old. He's 30. She's 27.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think guys are normally ready after the girl, and like it's not always the case, but more often than not. I think that's a really good question. Like, what overwhelms you about it? That would be like my opener. That'd be my opener question. Also asking like, is it the wedding or is it the marriage?
Yeah.
And
because I think she said that they live together already. So it's not like moving in is like a, wait, let me see. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No.
Oh, they've lived together for 1.5 years and things are incredible.
So maybe.
So what is he overwhelmed about?
Right.
His lifestyle really wouldn't even change all that much.
Well, maybe he thinks marriage means kids and he's not ready for that. So maybe
you don't have to have kids right away.
Yeah. So maybe you can, like, I would just figure out why he's overwhelmed. And I think that can, to Riley's point, like, if it's the wedding, then maybe you guys can be engaged. If it's what happens after the wedding, you can, talk through what an ideal quote unquote timeline is. Like, you don't have to have a concrete timeline of what you want for your life. And also, if it's like a financial thing or like being prepared as like who he wants to be as a husband, I think you can validate and like work through that with him. And also, that's like respectable that he wants to be a certain way for you. So in a sense, I think that's like a good thing, but not a reason to not get engaged, Right.
No, I agree. And you want to like reassure him that you're on his side. You're not pressuring him or giving him like an ultimatum. You just want to understand it because like
you're a team.
That's what you do.
Agreed.
So yeah.
Update us.
Okay. Yeah. Send us an update when you talk to him. We're rooting for you. Next one. Body image advice. I grew up dancing and danced on a D1 team in college. Now that I work a 9 to 5, I still make a huge effort to be active and eat healthy, but obviously I don't work out as much as I used to, and my body has changed so much, along with some health and autoimmune issues that didn't help either. LOL. She wants to know if we have any advice for feeling comfortable in your own skin and not caring so much about what you look like in the mirror. I feel like growing up dancing, we constantly have to look at ourselves under a microscope in the mirror. So I was wondering if you have ever struggled with this and what has helped. XOXO, love listening to y'all so much. 100%. I feel like this is something we've talked about before, and like it's such a universal experience, like being an athlete or a dancer or whatever in college, and then like moving on to the next phase of life, your body changes. And something that has helped me, and it's taken me a long time to get here, is like not focusing necessarily on my body as much as like my health. Like health isn't about calories. It's about so many other things, like mentally, physically, eating foods that are nutrient dense. Like that has really helped me to steer away from counting calories and being psycho about eating carbs. And I just feel like trying to change your mindset will really kind of like free you.
I totally agree. It's like if you feel good and you are taking care of yourself, not that you can't strive for like a certain physique or like wanting to look a certain way. I think that's just like in human nature for a lot of us. But I think being more attached to your controllables as like you are active and you are eating nutrient dense foods or cleaner foods that are fueling you. Obviously, like balance, like life's too short, in my opinion, to not enjoy food or like go out and have the treat and the drinks here and there. But I think it's super validating, and I think it happens at like a pivotal time. Like you're never like no matter what you do, you're never going to be able to be as active as you were in a college sports setting. So that's a shock to your body, and like we're also at that time when college ends, like starting to like fully transfer out of like that like teenage young body and like into like being a woman. So I feel like it just hits you. And I think we all go through that. But as your body like learns its new lifestyle, I think it becomes more like used to it, like what you are doing on the daily. So hopefully that helped.
Yeah. No, I also feel like having a perspective of like being healthy is such a privilege, and like just wanting to be your best and healthiest self, I feel like should be prioritized over the number on the scale.
Totally agree. Yeah.
Okay, next one. Hi, girls. I love both of your take on this. Have you guys navigated jealousy in friendships, almost like FOMO? I know it's so normal for your friends to make other friends and have a ton of connections and relationships, but sometimes it's hard. I'm sure you both have different friend groups and friends that you've made. Have you ever felt this? This is hard because it's like you have friends who also have other friends who maybe you don't know that friend, and like you understand when they hang out. But like I understand this, like having FOMO.
Yeah. I think I've never like been like, oh, I wish like they weren't friends, but I think it's more FOMO because it's like you love your friend so much that you're like, you know, everyone wants to be friends with them too because they're awesome, and you're like more like jealous that you're not around or like creating the memories with that group of friends.
Right.
But
it is a weird feeling though, like when like our high school friends, like we all went out and made college friends, and it's like, wait, no, we're your best friends, not your college friends. Like I totally understand that feeling, but it's not like you're like mad that they have other friends.
Exactly.
It's just different.
Yeah. I was going to say, especially in that phase of life, it's weird. It's like, no, what the heck? So I think it's weird. Like, I think that's a valid, like you're validated. I think it's normal, but more so because you love your friend, not like you don't want them to have other friends, especially if you don't live close. It's like, you want your friends to be happy and like have friends to like do things with. But I mean, like, speaking of like our hometown friends, I feel like it's always reassuring for all of them, like for us to them and them to us, to be like, yeah, but like they don't compare to you, you know? And then you're like, oh, okay, all right, good to know.
Oh God, thank God.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost like get impressed too, like, because I'm making friends is hard. So like when someone has a ton of new friends and like this new phase of their life, I'm like, wow,
good for you.
I wish I had that many like new friends. That's so awesome. So I feel like you're not alone in these feelings. Just like always, you know, trying to be a good friend too and reach out and stay in touch. Like if you feel like you're losing touch and they're hanging out with someone more, maybe just make more of a point to reach out to this person.
Agreed. Yeah.
Well, I think that concludes our happy hour. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with us. We hope you enjoyed this like fun, silly, lighthearted episode. As always, feel free to like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave us a review. All of our March Patreons are up on the Patreon. We have some really good ones. So subscribe. It's patreon.com/DoCrew if you're interested. Also, we're taking submissions if you guys want to see something specific on the Patreon. Specifically me, I need some ideas. So yeah, we'll put a question box up for the people because I think March Patreon episodes are really, really fun and good. So you have to
head over, check it out. But I'm going to cheers us with just like girly, fun, lighthearted talk. And I liked this episode. I think it's fun to do something like this every now and again. And hopefully, kind of, I don't know.
I know it's like bittersweet,
but we'll probably see you guys same time, same place next week. And we love you.
Love ya.